welcome back again everyone. Today we're doing beef ribs. So I've done plenty of beef ribs in the past, never done them in the Akorn Jr though, so we're going to give them a crack. Got some beautiful marbled beef ribs from our local Drakes. We're just going to be using one of my favourite rubs, Cosmos Q cow cover. So we'll go ahead and open them up. So these ones are pre-trimmed, but it's just a little bit of silver skin that I'll get rid of. Apart from that, these are almost good to go. Just a tiny bit more there. This is looking pretty good. I also like to take this bottom membrane off, so literally just up against the bones and just follow it through. If you don't take this bottom membrane off, it's not the end of the world, but it just tends to go a little bit chewy and hard when you're trying to slice in between the ribs once they're done. Apart from that, these look absolutely beautiful. So we'll go ahead and season them up. Nice generous coating on both sides. And then to get the edges, dip it around like so. And anywhere you've missed or where the rub's come off from where you've touched it, just sprinkle back on. It's got a nice even coverage, so let them sit for 5 minutes or so, and we'll fire up the Akorn Jr and get them on. I'm assuming they'll take about 5, maybe 6 hours, and I'll give them an hour or so to rest. And we'll slice them up a bit later on and see how they turn out. Right, so we're using olive pips again today. I'm going to be testing them out on a bit of a longer cook. Someone could show me how to open a bag, that'd be good as well. So basically I've got some unlit ones around the outside, got our smoking wood ready, some black wattle and cherry from Natural Smoke. We'll dump the lit ones in the middle here, and they should hopefully slowly burn outwards. I've got a couple more bits of smoking wood ready to dump on top of the lit pile. Inkbird's ready to go there. And then in our drip tray, we're going to fill it up with some hot water just to keep the moisture up inside the cooker. And then after about the 1.5 to 2 hour mark, we're going to spritz. So what I've got here is one side filled with beef stock, and then the other side is filled with apple cider vinegar. So it'll keep them nice and moist, add a little bit of flavour too. So them coals are nearly ready, so we'll dump them in and get the beef ribs on. Alright, so we are on. Plan is to smoke it at about 250 degrees Fahrenheit until we get an internal temperature of about 200 to 210-ish, and we'll start probing for tenderness once we get about to 200 or so. So we've just got the little temperature probe there, as well as the one inside the meat, just to cross-reference our gauge temperature. So we'll let it come up to 250, get it stabilised at that, and just let it cook. And like I said, after about the 2 hour mark, we'll start spritzing. So we'll come back then. All right, 1 hour in, the Inkbird and the gauge are sitting almost identical, which is good. They are looking good already. Some nice drawback on them bones. Still a bit of moisture on the meat, so we'll come back in about an hour and give them a squirt. Alright, we are 2 hours in now. I think it might be time for a spritz. So the left side's starting to look a little bit dry. And that will just about do. Maybe a little bit back there. So we'll just keep checking it every half an hour to 45, and if it's looking a bit dry, we'll just give it a bit of a squirt. So, alright, so we're about 3 hours in. I've spritzed a couple of times. Hit a bit of a stall at around 170, which is expected. Just be patient and push through it. And give them a spritz again. I'm not going to show you every time we spritz, we're just going to check every 45 minutes to an hour. And if they look dry, we'll give them a spritz like so. That should do. Alright, it's about the 4.5 hour mark. And we have got past the stall. Took about 90 minutes to push through that and the temperature to start climbing again. So we'll give it another quick spritz. And hopefully it'll only be about another hour or so off being done. And then we'll wrap them in some foil, maybe wrap them in a towel. And we might put them in an esky and just let them rest for about an hour or two before serving. Alright, so we have reached an internal around 200. So now it's going to be time to start probing for tenderness. It's probing super tender. Also cross-reference our temperature of the instant read, which is pretty much bang on. Oh, they are feeling good, so it's time to get them off. We'll wrap them in some foil and a towel and probably put them in an esky to rest for a couple of hours. And then we'll serve them up. Alright, these are done. They've had about an hour's rest in the alfoil and wrapped up in a towel. So it's time to slice them up and see how they look. Very excited. We're going to lose a couple of bones here, but it's alright. Man, do they look good. Seriously, just have a look at that. See how juicy they are. They look absolutely perfect. So we'll try, oops, pretty much falling away from the bone. We'll slice up a bit. That is just absolute magic. So just to show you how tender they are, falling apart. That is unbelievable. They're probably the best ribs I've ever cooked, to be honest. Even got the kookaburra one inside. Seriously, that cow cover, that combination of the black wattle and the cherry wood, absolutely magic. Them olive pips, they still are going at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, even though I've shut down all the vents. So they've lasted about 6 hours. They'd probably go for 10 if I let them go. I'm just amazed by these. Imagine doing that out camping. Take some beef ribs out in the middle of nowhere and cook up something like that. So I'm going to get stuck into the rest of these. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll link the video of Callum's chicken lollipops to the end of this one. So we'll see you next time. Cheers.